Hello guys, and welcome to this short lecture on basically some good practice around debugging your SAS programs. Okay, so just really wanted to take you through some useful housekeeping rules. Especially remember that the longer and more complex your SAS program is, the higher the odds of it having syntax or logic errors. So a good piece of advice is to try and keep your project sort of modular, so that you can pretty much resort to independent codes that carry out independent tasks if need be. Okay, now make sure also that your program reads nicely. Some useful tips there. It's a good practice to test your programs with small data sets. Here the OBS option, limiting the first few observations of the data set, that's quite useful. Do go through your QA code via or QA your code via the log. That's really also a very important piece of advice. Okay. Now, also some general guidelines whilst you're coding. If you create a character variable, use procfrag to list the values of that variable to make sure that you basically got the variables or the character variables that you're looking for. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything to write an extra procfrag, and it makes it really useful for for later for debugging or what have you. Use procprint likewise to list invalid values. So if you've only got 2 stores from a procfrag, test it via procprint. And the same thing for formats. If you've got typical values, use those to test. And last but not least, use procmeans or univariate to list and identify your outliers. So these are some general practice rules that will be quite handy. So thank you very much, guys.